Sweet lovely Scorpios, this is your horoscope for September 2025. September will have eclipses. Now, eclipses, they are tools of universe to change our destiny, our life in a split second. Just because we are not willing to change anything, or some parts of our life are stagnant, or maybe we're just lazy, or something that we are reluctant to change. Now, universe comes in and kicks all those things up with these eclipses. Now, September starts with Saturn. 1st of September, Saturn goes into your fifth house, house of love and joy, and it's retrograding. It's moving backwards. So, whole summer, while it was in your sixth house, it showed you how what it's going to bring next 3 years when it will go back into your sixth house after Valentine's Day 2026. And whole summer you might have gotten some clues of how your work life or work life balance or your responsibilities, your influence, and in general you might have felt a bit of a hunger to change your job, for example, to change something in your daily routine to accommodate more of, let's say, sport, or more of healthy lifestyle, or more of like a time for your family and friends and your close ones. So some things were already giving you signals with this Saturn whole summer. Now Saturn, or maybe Saturn might have shown you through other people's lives, let's say, or through other people's examples of how they live, the way they live, as you also would want to live, for example, or maybe you would want to change, or incorporate something new there. Now that Saturn is moving backwards, and September 1st, it goes back into your fifth house where it spent for the last 3 years. This is the last dip. Like until Valentine's Day, half of the year, Saturn will transit your fifth house, and the last dip, and it will not be back after 14th of February, like for the next 30 years to your fifth house. So, last 3 years, it might have taught you how to be happy, let's say, how to be happy with your life and with yourself. Saturn in fifth house might have given you a sense of you know um, being happy with what you have already, and being grateful for what you have already. Saturn is like our loving father. It's strict, its methods of teaching are usually strict and harsh, but then we learn the most from Saturn. In general, in astrology, it's considered so. So, plus, please let me know what the Saturn, last 3 years brought into your life in the comments. I will appreciate it. Saturn in fifth house also, because it's planet of restriction, it might pause some things around, for example, kids, or around being like fatherhood or motherhood, in general, like a parenthood. If that is your topic, for the next half year, you might, while it will be in your fifth house, you might be sort of on a pause mode. Everything related to reproductive system, or everything related to conception, conceiving a baby, or having babies, let's say. It doesn't matter, maybe it's adoption, like whatever it relates to children in your life. Or it could have been that your kids, now starting some new life, and next half year for you will be sort of adjustment, how to live, let's say, without them. For example, they starting studies, and they're moving out from home, and they're going somewhere far, and this is going to be first time when you're gonna live without them, let's say. Or fifth house is also about business. Now Saturn here might pause some new projects that is in your head, or might pause uh, negotiations, let's say, about some new business, about some opportunity, business related opportunity, or in general, pausing, like opening a shop, opening a store, or whatever is in your mind, for example. September 7th, we have first eclipse, full moon lunar eclipse in your same fifth house, hitting your 15th degree. Now, those of you who are born mid season of Scorpio, you will feel this the most. Now, eclipses, they are 10 times stronger than any ordinary full moons or new moons, and this one will hit your fifth house and will be hugely opportunistic. Let's say it's amazing, gorgeous, positive eclipse. Haven't seen this kind of eclipse in the long run, to be honest. And it's hitting your the most happiest part of your chart. Something, universe is preparing for you a surprise, which will make you the happiest person on earth. You might be thinking to yourself, because Jupiter, planet of luck and abundance, in your ninth house will support in a gorgeous aspect of trine, that eclipse. Now, trine is the most harmonious aspect, and it's in your ninth house, house of luck. Jupiter is transiting your lucky house, and Jupiter itself is a planet of luck and abundance. Something lucky coming into your life. Now, this is full moon, so something which you deserve, like as a logical conclusion, as a logical, let's say, end product. Now, ruler of this eclipse, Neptune, will be in your house of work, connecting with Saturn, which will be in your house of joy, but they will be very close to each other, even though it's two different houses. And they will receive boost from Pluto and Uranus. Now, Pluto will be in your house of family, and Uranus will be in your house of finances, of other people. Now, seems like something that you've been wishing for a long time, related to, could be someone from your family, like their health situation or their work situation. It might be that they will announce, let's say, that they got a new job offer, or maybe they, let's say, they're advancing in their position, which will advance also family budget, as an example. So something, or maybe like their business is taking off in amazing direction, as an example. So and in general, if you've been like building business, trying to build a business and trying to bring some foreign clients, foreign, I don't know, maybe trying to negotiate some opportunity with someone who is abroad, because Jupiter is in your house of foreigners, and that contract will be signed and agreed by the beginning of September, which will make you extremely happy. You will manage to bring, I don't know, maybe it's a business partner with whom you always wanted to do business, or it could be, I don't know, client who will pay generously to your services, and at the same time will make you famous, or will make you um, like attractive to other like potential clients, for example. Something like which is related to your creativity, to something that you create, like for example our business, or maybe babies, as an example. Now, around this full moon, you might give birth as well, or find out that you're pregnant. Now, this will be, Angel Jupiter's gift for you as a lucky turn of event. Maybe you are not expecting this news, but then when this news hits you, you will be extremely happy, as an example. Your house is also a house of creativity. Now, those of you who are like actors, singers, or like in the art area, again, you will have huge luck here. Maybe you will sign a deal, like sign a contract, or find amazing agent who will showcase your talents, who will make you more famous, let's say, who will showcase your skills. Doesn't matter which area, like maybe you're a model, or artists, and sort of. Now, September 21st will be second eclipse. Now, eclipses, they always come in pairs, 2 weeks apart. The second one will hit 21st of September. That one will be new moon solar eclipse, which will be in your 11th house of wishes and future. Now, this one will be at 28 degrees, meaning the last days of Scorpio season. Born Scorpios, you will feel this eclipse the most. And again, this eclipse will be sugar sweet, as Mercury will be in your house of privacy, receiving, and making triangle with Pluto and Uranus. Now, this trine, is the most harmonious aspect, as I said already. And ruler of this eclipse making this aspect is extremely lucky event. And Pluto will be in your house of family. Uranus will be in your house of other people's money. Now, whatever will be happening, something that you wished for a long time, because eclipse itself is happening in your future house of desires that are in your heart. So it's such an expansive house. Now, whatever you've been planning, like secretly wishing, let's say, because Mercury is in your house of secrets and it's pointing to that you've been wishing it already a long time, and maybe even secretly wishing. And it might be related to one of your family members, like your mother could be, or could be your siblings, or could be your wife or husband. And also related to family budget, let's say. And that wish is coming true, my dear Scorpios. Universe decided to grant your wish. And the only hiccup with this eclipse will be one relationship in your life, because Saturn will be directly opposing this eclipse from your house of true love. Now, especially those of you who've been, new and freshly dating, let's say, or your relationship relatively, let's say, young and newly started, this new moon solar eclipse will make you at the point of deciding whether this relationship has a future or not, has a potential or not. So let's say make it or break it point. Either you're going to take this relationship more serious, like by moving in together, or maybe getting more serious and, let's say, spending more time with each other, or even like proposing or getting married, engaging, either breaking up. This could be also the news of new moon solar eclipse. But in general, whatever will be the situation, the outcome, you will enjoy a lot. Seems like you will be happy and content with whatever the outcome of the situation will be. Now, this is new moon, a new story. So it will take time to unfold, but then you will be still satisfied and happy with whatever will be going on. Now, alternative, the 11th house is about friends. It's our friendship house. It could be maybe some news coming from your friend, as an example, that they are in your friends, like close friends' life, something like life turning event is happening, which will also affect you in one way or another. 11th house is also house of internet popularity. Now, if this was your wish, this new moon has power to make you popular, to make your social media soar, my dear Scorpios, to make your follower counts even more. Now, whatever are the news of these eclipses, please do let me know in the comments. I'm so curious, and um, I would appreciate if you tell me what's going on with these eclipses in your life. September 22nd, we have Mars moving into your first house. Now, by the end of September, you will get energized, my dear Scorpios, until November 4th. So, pretty much your season. including your birthday season, my dear Scorpios. You know, we always have a privilege when Mars is in our first sign, like in our first house, in our sign. It's always amazing to have Mars because it gives us competitive edge and more advanced edge, let's say, and this thrive, like this thirst to be competitive, to go after what we want, to put into motion all that we planned in our head, like to take up like concrete steps, for example. And Mars in the first house will do that. By the end of September, you will be ready and steady to go after your plans. Like not only just sit and plan, but then make action, to take actions. And it might be also related to your work area. For example, it could be like if you've been planning to search new job opportunities, you will do so surely by the end of September. Or it could simply mean you will get a lot of assignments as well, a lot of workload, because Mars, natural ruler of your work house, and it's moving into your first house. Now, first house is, it's about also our appearance, about our plans for the future. You might start planning of your future. Now, first house is also our appearance, as I said, and Mars, natural ruler of your health house. Some of you guys might decide to, I don't know, and go under the knife, let's say, making some surgeries or procedures. Doesn't have to be something serious, but like changing some things, or maybe, I don't know, fillers, let's say, or Botox, as an example, like changing your face, your appearance, or even adjusting it a little bit. Now, and lastly, I would like to tell you this date in September, which is 4th of September. Mark this date on your calendar. This one is amazing day. Jupiter in your ninth house of luck, and Jupiter itself, a planet of luck, will make amazing trine with North Node, which is in your house of happiness. Super aspect, super positive event might happen in your life around beginning of September, and it could be already the news of that first eclipse that I told you, and something lucky, some sort of opportunity might knock on your door, my dear Scorpio, such as like expansion of your business, or maybe getting a scholarship for your studies, or maybe even traveling somewhere that you always wanted to and enjoying it greatly, as an example, or maybe even completely relocating to another country. Always check your rising sign and moon sign, my dear Scorpios. Love you all. Bye bye.